right, take your time. Just make your way into Sukhasana. We're going to start in an easy seat. Cross your legs at your shins. Flex your feet. Do what you need to get comfortable. Maybe sit on a pillow, a block, or a blanket. You can use your hands. Pull the flesh away from your sit bones. Root down heavily through the lower half of your body. And as you rest your hands on your thighs, see if you need a little lighter through your upper half. Draw your shoulders over your hips. Add a little lift through the top of your head. And then settle in here. Close your eyes. With your eyes closed, energetically find your tailbone and the top of your head and see if you can create more space between those 2 points. Within that space, let your breath flow. And as you focus on your breath today, I want you to add a count to your breath. See if you can inhale for a slow count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your own, inhaling 5 counts and exhaling 6. You can extend those 5 and 6 counts as short or long as meets your body today. And just soften your breath. Release the count. Allow yourself to breathe naturally in and out through your nose. And open up your ears a bit. We've been exploring the first limb of the 8 limbs of yoga, the yamas, the ethical codes, the moral practices for yogis to try and live by. We've touched on ahimsa, nonviolence, satya, truthfulness, asteya, non-stealing, and today we're going to talk about brahmacharya. So oftentimes brahmacharya gets a bad rap. It's often identified with celibacy and abstaining from sex in order to preserve your vital energy. The broader understanding, which I think is more applicable of brahmacharya, is moderation. So instead of abstaining or depriving, it's more about managing and regulating our sensory cravings. So by balancing our senses, we can free ourselves from the dependencies on or even addictions to those cravings. As we witness these cravings, we can build up that muscle that allows us to act in a more measured way. A very basic example of this is ice cream. If you have a craving for ice cream and you can go and get a scoop of ice cream, then you fed that craving with a reasonable amount. But then if you go back and maybe get 3 scoops, 4 scoops, 5 scoops, all of a sudden something that was pleasurable is now harmful. You might have a bellyache. You might feel a little sick. You might be angry at yourself for going back and getting those extra scoops. Another example is confidence. If you have too little, you might be insecure. If you have too much, you might be cocky or arrogant. And on our mat, in our practice asanas, if you don't push yourself enough, you might not be growing. But if you push yourself too much, you might be depleting and exhausting your vital energy. So brahmacharya is all about finding that balance, that sweet spot where you feel both satisfied and energized at the same time. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Bow your forehead to your hands, honoring your heart center. And release your hands to your thighs. Open your eyes, lift your chin, and make your way onto all fours. Take your time. You can swing your legs around or roll over your shins. Line yourself up, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Spread your fingers, tuck and spread your toes, and just make this feel good. Inhale into cow, lift your sit bones, pull your heart through your arms. Imagine you could drag your hands towards your knees. Exhale, cat, tuck your tailbone, bring the top of your head closer to your tailbone as you spread between your shoulder blades. Again, inhale, wave forward, arch your spine. Exhale, rounding, tailbone tucks, head drops, shoulder blades spread. Take this on your own a few more times. Feel free to add any extra movement that feels good today. Maybe a sway of the hips, maybe a circle of the head, maybe press back to child's pose. Listen to your body and just start to create more space. Start to let go of any tension, any stress, physically, mentally. This is your sacred space on your mat to turn inward, to release. No rush at all. After your next breath in, take cow pose and lead with those sit bones on your exhale into downward facing dog. And same thing here, eyes open or closed, up to you. Just move around a little bit. Pedal out your legs, shake out your head. You might open your mouth, stick out your tongue, flutter your lips, make some noise. Again, just trying to create space. Release. Let go of all those things you do not need, those things that do not serve you, and start to fall further and further into the present moment. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and pause here. Feel length through your entire body. Extend through the top of your head as you reach back through your heels. Get longer through the backs of your knees. And as you press the floor away with your hands, pull your belly towards your spine and your front ribs in. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the breath, inhale, shift forward to plank. Find that strength, that length. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, shift forward to plank like oiling your joints. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, shift forward to plank, pause, gaze forward. Option to lower your knees if you need a little assist. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back and lower all the way to the floor. Good, untuck your toes, walk your toes back, get longer through your legs, and walk your legs together. Seal your legs together as if you had one leg, roll your shoulders back, draw your elbows in. Without actually moving your hands, imagine you could drag your hands back towards the back of your mat as you pull your heart forward. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Breathe. Anchor through your feet. Anchor through your pelvis. Engage your legs so much that your knees lift off the floor. Keep your tailbone lengthening towards your heels as you pull your heart forward and up. Activate the back line of your legs, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, and now hover your legs off the floor. Activate your back muscles a little more. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hover your hands off the floor. Use your whole back body. Inhale, lift everything 2 inches higher. Exhale, release, feet, hands, head to your mat. Tuck your toes. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, press up to plank or all fours if you need a little assist. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth. Exhale. Start to walk your feet to your hands. Baby steps all the way up to the top of your mat. Open your feet hip width apart. You can measure 2 fist distance. Bend your knees a lot and try and let the weight of your torso carry you further over the fronts of your thighs. You can shake out your head, your shoulders, really feel the heaviness in your upper body. And then can you feel a little lighter in your lower body as you press your feet down? Get lighter through your hips. Try and poke your hips a little higher to the ceiling. Come onto your fingertips about a foot out in front of your feet. Soften your left knee. Keep your right leg long. Keep your left fingers on the floor. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. Forward fold twist. Press down more through your right heel to lengthen your right leg. Get longer from your tailbone to the top of your head and reach more through your right fingers as you open your heart to the sky. Take a big breath in, fill up. Exhale, release. Changing sides, soften your right knee. Keep your right fingers on the floor, your left leg long. Inhale your left arm up, forward fold twist. Same thing here, anchor through your left heel to get longer through your left leg. Lengthen your torso, tailbone stretches back, top of the head pulls forward, and then open your left shoulder. Reach through your left fingers, take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Bend your knees deeply. Slowly unroll one vertebra at a time. Once you arrive, take a couple shoulder rolls back, step your feet together at the top of your mat, big toes to touch, hands to prayer. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels, just like you did in plank, just like you did in baby cobra. Lift your kneecaps, lift your quadriceps, pull your belly and front ribs in. Soften your eyes, your shoulders, your breath. Take a moment here to explore the idea of BRAHMACHARYA. Moderation, regulating and managing your sensory cravings. Working to find that sweet spot, that balance. Not too much, not too little. Bow your forehead to your hands. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Listen closely from here. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Bring your left hand between your shoulder blades and grab your left elbow with your right hand. A little tricep stretch. Press down through your feet. Lift your left elbow higher to the ceiling. Take a breath in to lengthen. Exhale, side bend right. Keep anchoring through your left foot, especially as you pull your left elbow up and over to the right. Send your hips further to the left, and then move your left hip forward as you spin your left shoulder open. Inhale, back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, bend your right arm, bring your right hand to your back, left hand to your right elbow, and draw that elbow more towards your midline. Press to your feet, lift your right elbow, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend left, pull that right elbow up and over. Anchoring through your right foot, press your hips further right. Draw your right hip forward slightly as you open your right shoulder more. Inhale, arms overhead, come back to center. Exhale, baby back bend with cactus arms. Open your chest, bend your elbows. See if you can lift the tips of your elbows more towards where the front wall and ceiling meet. Squeeze your glutes as you press your hips forward. Lift your heart a little higher. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine, tailbone lengthens back, top of the head pulls forward. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga, take your time. Still just warming up. Inhale, up dog, heart pulls forward, shoulders draw back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Anchor down more through your thumb and index fingers. Extend through your inner and outer heels evenly. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold and let it go. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, bend your left elbow, grab it with your right hand. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center, arms overhead. Exhale, bend your right elbow, grab it with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, center, arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend, heart lifts, gaze drops back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Draw your shoulder blades together, widen through your collarbones. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, lift your knees and thighs off the floor. Exhale, so nice, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Using every inhale to fill up. Using your exhale to ground. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, bend your left elbow, grab it with your right hand. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center, arms overhead. Exhale, bend your right elbow, grab it with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, center, arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Maybe soften your knees and bend a little deeper. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle with your exhales. Expand, brighten, fill up with those inhales. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. This time, press your palms. Exhale your hands to prayer in front of your hearts. You can soften or maybe even close your eyes. Take a moment. Observe. Become a witness to your body, your thoughts. If your eyes are closed, gently crack them open. Surya Namaskar B, keep those ears open. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Draw your left knee into your chest, reach your arms overhead. Press down into your right foot, hook your belly in and up. Good, prepping here for tree pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, Vrikshasana on the left. You can grab your left ankle with your left hand and work your left foot either to your inner right thigh or your right calf. Once you have your legs situated, hands to prayer in front of your hearts. Pull your right hip back slightly, left hip forward, but then widen through your inner left knee. Lengthen your tailbone down, pull your belly in and up, and get taller through the top of your head. Stay solid through your legs, soft in your eyes. Extend your arms to a T. Working to find reverse prayer behind your back. If that's too much, you can grab hold of opposite elbows or bring fist to fist. Take your time, find this bind in your arms behind you, and then energetically find the back of your heart center. Can you breathe there? As you roll your shoulders open, if your hands are pressed together in palm to palm position, try and squeeze your thumb and index fingers more together. Keep this bind in your arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain with this bind. Draw your left knee back into your chest. Exhale, pyramid prep with this bind in your arms. Take a big step back with your left foot. Legs are straight, hips are square. You might need to scoot your left foot forward and to the left slightly. Anchor through your left heel. Inhale, lift your heart open more through your chest. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Press your right foot down and forward to help draw your outer right hip back. And then as that right hip pulls back, reach your heart closer to your right toes. Keep rolling your shoulders open. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands to the floor. Inhale, high lunge. Bend your front knee. Hop that back foot back. Reach your arms overhead. Pause and breathe. Find the deep end in your right knee. See if you can steer your hips with your back leg. So spin your inner left thigh towards the back of your space to help draw your right hip back. Tuck your tailbone forward and up. Pull your belly in and up. Relax your shoulders, but keep reaching through your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, open twist to the right. Reach your right arm back, left arm forward. Gaze to your right thumb and see if you can hide your right arm behind your body. Get taller through the top of your head as you breathe in. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. Inhale, exalted warrior. Bring your right hand to the back of your left leg. Turn your gaze to your left hand, left palm to the ceiling, and reach your left arm up and back. Bend your front knee a little deeper. Lift your heart a little higher. Take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Burst open wide. Stabilize. Press your feet down and out. At the same time, zip up through your inner thighs. Scoop your right heel towards the left side of your room. Try and spin your inner right thigh to the ceiling. Stay soft through your shoulders. Soft through your eyes. Pressing into your feet. Inhale, stretch your right leg straight. Exhale, Trikonasana, shift your hips back. Bring your right hand to your right shin, left arm to the ceiling. Spin your inner right thigh and inner right calf to the front of your space and let your left hip bow down slightly as you do that to create a little more room to wrap your right buttock under. Pull your belly and front ribs in. Anchor through your back foot, get longer through your torso, softer through your shoulders as you draw them away from your ears. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bend your right knee. Reach your right arm all the way up and back. Yes. Take time to open your entire right side body. Poke your right hip crease up to the ceiling. And as you bend that right knee a little deeper, stretch your right arm a little straighter. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Take a moment here to square off your hips a little more. Roll your right hip down and pull your outer left hip back. Sink your left heel to the floor. Inhale your right leg a little higher. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Breathe here. Press the floor away with your hands. Rise higher on your back toes. Round your spine and pull your right thigh a little closer to your chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga, option to keep your right leg off the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset. Refocus. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Press your palms. Exhale, your hands to prayer. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Draw your right knee into your chest. Pause and breathe. Anchor through your left foot. Pull your belly in and up. Preparing for Vrikshasana. Take a breath in. Exhale, tree on the right. Use your right hand as needed to bring your right foot to your inner left thigh or inner left calf. Hands to prayer in front of your heart to set up. Widen through your inner right knee, but at the same time, square your hip bones off to the front of the room. Wrap your right buttock under, lengthen down through your tailbone, and see if that lengthening down through your tailbone can add more lift through your spine. Stay here. Finding reverse prayer behind your back, extend your arms to a T. Take whatever variation works for you. Finding that bind behind you, energize the back of your heart. Breathe there. Finding balance. Keep your shoulders rolling open. Easy breath. Arms stay as is for the next few poses. Inhale, one-legged mountain with bound arms. Exhale, pyramid prep with bound arms. Step that right foot way back. Legs are straight, hips are square, so take a moment, adjust, widen or shorten as needed. Anchor through your right heel. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen over your front leg. Use your left foot to help steer you. Press down through your left foot to pull your outer left hip back. And then reach your heart to your left toes. Let your head soften at the end of your spine and keep drawing your shoulders back and shoulder blades together. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, release your fingers to the floor. Inhale, high lunge. Bend your front knee, hop that back foot back, reach your arms overhead. Take a moment. Find your balance here. Can you use both legs, both feet evenly? And then bring a little more awareness to that back thigh, your inner right thigh. Spin it to the back of your mat to help draw your left hip back. Square your pelvis to the front of your space. Pull your belly and front ribs in. Soften your shoulders. Energize your arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, open twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Can you stack your shoulders over your hips by reaching more through that left arm? Maybe gaze to your left thumb. Squeeze your inner thighs together to help you balance. Get taller through your spine as you breathe in. Twist deeper as you exhale. Inhale, exalted warrior. Left hand to the back of your right thigh. Turn your chest and gaze forward. Right palm to the ceiling. Reach your right arm up and back. Keep bending through your front knee. Lift your heart. Take another breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Bursting open wide. Anchor through your left heel. Relax your left toes a little more. Anchor through the outer edge of your right foot. Lift up through your inner right thigh. Draw your shoulder blades together and down. Maybe roll your head around. Try and release tension from your neck. Extend through your fingertips. Soften your eyes. Inhale, stretch your left leg straight. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left hand to your left shin. Right arm to the sky. Work that rotation in your left hip socket. Keep spinning your inner left calf and inner left thigh forward as you wrap your left buttock under. Again, that right hip bone might bow down a little bit. That's okay. Counter that by twisting your torso. As that right hip bone bows down, spin your left ribs to the ceiling. Anchor through your back foot to lengthen through the top of your head. Press into your feet. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bend your left knee, reach your left arm back. Feel that space, that length, that openness in your left side. Bend a little more through your front knee, reach through your left fingers. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, hands to the floor. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Lift your left leg high. Take a moment here, working squareness in our hips. Pull your right hip back, roll your left hip down. Anchor through your right heel. Inhale, lift your left leg a little higher. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Now breathe. Lots of core strength, but use your body here to make more space. Rise high on your back toes. Press the floor away with your hands. As you dome your upper back to the ceiling, can you pull your left thigh closer to your chest? Go ahead, inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga, your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Can you lean into the present again? Notice sensations, changes, what's going on in this down dog. We're going to smooth out that flow. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, your hands to prayer. Inhale, 1-legged mountain. Left knee lifts, arms overhead. Exhale, Vrikshasana on the left. With reverse prayer arms, work right into the full expression. We're staying here for 3, 2, keep these arms. 1, inhale, 1-legged mountain with bound arms. Exhale, pyramid prep with bound arms. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, pyramid with bound arms, fold over your right leg. We're here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. Exhale your hands to the floor. Inhale, high lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, exalted warrior, right hand lowers behind you, left arm lifts up and back. Exhale, warrior two, burst open wide. Inhale, stretch your right leg straight. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your front knee, reach up and back. Exhale, low lunge, hands to the floor. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms round and up, press your palms. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right knee lifts. Exhale, Vrikshasana on the right with reverse prayer arms. Take your time, find that full expression. Soften your eyes and stay for 3, 2, keep your arms in that bind. 1, inhale, one-legged mountain with arms behind you, right knee lifts. Exhale, pyramid prep with those bound arms. Anchor through your right heel, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, full pyramid with bound arms, heart to toes, relax your head. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Fill up. Ground as you exhale. Release your fingers to the floor. Inhale, high lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, exalted warrior, left hand lowers behind you. Right arm reaches up and back. Exhale, warrior two, burst open wide. Inhale, stretch your left leg straight. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your left knee, reach your left arm back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Settle. Soften. Adding on, inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and stay. Heel toe your feet hip width apart. Yogi's choice, Padangustasana, first 2 fingers and your thumbs around your big toes. Or Padahastasana, lift your feet and slide your entire hands underneath your feet. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. Use your hands and feet against each other. Exhale, pull yourself into a forward fold. Actively lift your shoulder blades as you reach the top of your head to the floor. Lengthen the neck, maybe even give it a little shake. Make sure it's loose and easy. Press into your heels. See if you can press your heels down and away from each other to spread your sit bones and lift them a little higher to the ceiling. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. And out. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet all the way to touch, big toes together. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana. Take your time, first and only Utkatasana of the class. Pull your shins back. Move your calves back, your hips back, and a little lower. Squeeze your knees together, pull your belly in. Can you add a little more lift through your heart, a little more reach through your fingers? Take a breath in. Exhale, open twist to the right. Keep your knees facing straight forward as you extend your right arm back behind you. So you might need to draw your left knee back a little to stay even in those knees. Gaze towards your right thumb. Sit a little lower in your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms overhead. Exhale, open twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Good, check those knees out. Maybe pull that right knee back a little bit. Gaze towards your left thumb. Sit lower in your hips as you twist a little deeper. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms overhead. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Extend your arms alongside your body, palms face the floor. Engage your upper arms. Lift your upper arms and draw them in towards each other. Finding your back muscles here. Fly your heart a little brighter as you sink your hips lower. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, shift forward to plank. Stay here. Bring your right knee over to your left elbow. Bring it back to your right elbow. 2 more times, over to the left. Back to the right. 1 more, over to the left. Back to the right. From here, bring your knee to your nose and step your right foot forward. Inhale, high lunge, rise up. Exhale, high lunge with airplane arms. Extend your arms alongside your body. Pitch your torso forward. Feel that long diagonal from the top of your head, out your fingers and out your back heel. Keep pulling your heart forward. Fly light onto that right leg, full airplane, Dakasana. Shift forward. Keep your heart moving forward and up. Roll your left hip down. Soften your right knee a little bit to help you find that as you square off your hips. Keep reaching your fingers and your left heel back. Press down into your right foot. Pull your belly and front ribs in and up. Breathe for 3. Finding that sweet spot. Finding that balance. 2. And 1. Warrior 1. Soften your front knee. Step back with your left foot. Reach your arms overhead. Adjust as needed. Left toes are pointing forward towards the left corner of your mat. Steer your hips again with that back leg. Spin your inner left thigh towards the back of your mat. Draw your outer right hip back. Bend your front knee a little deeper. Take a breath in. Exhale your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze your palms. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Fold your torso inside your right thigh. If you need to heel toe your right foot to the right a little, go for it. Try and connect your right shoulder to your inner right knee. Draw your outer right hip back and reach the top of your head to the floor as your arms stretch overhead. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Can you power up your back leg a little more? Take 1 more breath in. And out. Inhale, warrior 1. Rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. Adjust your stance a little wider if you need to. Good. Inhale, star pose. Turn your left toes out to match your right. Reach your arms overhead. Press your feet down and out, but then also zip up through your inner thighs. Inhale, lift your heart. Maybe smile. Exhale, horse pose. Hands to prayer. Good, bring your hands to your inner thighs. Just press your knees open a little wider. Option to take some twists side to side. Make this horse pose feel good. And then draw your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Stay low. Keep those knees opening wide. Pulse it out right here. Finding your edge for 10, 9, 8, 7. You've got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Turn your toes and heels out, dive forward. Yogi's choice here. You can grab for your outer ankles, your big toes, maybe another bind, or even tripod headstand. Take what feels good to you. We're here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. Release your hands. Crawl your hands to the left. Find a low lunge facing the back of your mat, but bring both arms inside your left leg. So low lunge facing back with both arms inside your left leg. Press your left arm into your left knee. Press your knee back into your arm, and then spin the outer edge of your right foot to the floor, working into extended side angle from the ground up. As you press your arm into your left leg, keep that happening, but then spin your left ribs to the ceiling and reach your right arm to the sky. Engage your back leg a little more. Lift your hips a little higher and bend your front knee a little deeper. Good option to stay here, or maybe work towards a half or full bind. Take your time. Getting longer from your back foot through the top of your head. Keep spinning your left ribs to the ceiling and open your right shoulder. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. Stay in it as you exhale. Extend your arms wide if you're in that bind. Inhale, reverse triangle. Stretch your left leg straight. Reach your left arm up and back towards the front of your space. Keep moving in that direction. Runner's lunge facing the front of your mat. So you're in a low lunge again with both arms inside that right leg, but this time lower your back knee. We're going in for a few breaths. Bend your elbows as much as you'd like. Maybe come to your forearms. Close your eyes. If you'd like a deeper stretch here, you can heel toe your right foot forward slightly. Get heavier through your right ribs, your right forearm. We're here for a few more breaths. If you'd like to add a quad stretch, come with me, back up to your hands, and then reach your right arm back to grab the pinky toe side of your back foot. Wherever you are, take one more breath in. And on an exhale, release. Working into a low lunge. Take your time. Frame your front foot, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, step to plank. Breathing here. Find your strength. Find your power. Find your breath. On top of all that, to stay calm. Staying in this plank. Lower to your forearms, forearm plank. Same thing here. Put in the effort, put in the work, but then find that balance with your breath, with a soft mind. We're here for 5. Taking it back to full plank in 4, 3, 2, press back up into full plank. Big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, shift forward to plank. Stay here. Bring your left knee over to your right elbow. Back to your left. 2 more times, over to the right. Back to the left. 1 more, over to the right. Back to the left, this time knee to nose. Step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, high lunge with airplane arms. Extend your arms long. Pull your heart forward, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Use your back muscles. Use the brightness of your heart and the softness in your eyes to shift all the way into full airplane. Take it onto that left leg. Soften your left knee, roll your right hip down. Lengthen your fingertips and right heel back as you pull your heart forward. Press down into your left foot, pull your belly and front ribs in. Breathe for 3, 2, 1, warrior 1. Soften your front knee, step your right foot down. Reach your arms overhead. Make sure those right toes are facing the front right corner of your mat. And then steer your hips with your back thigh. Spin your inner right thigh back to help draw your left hip back. Bend your front knee a little more. Take a breath in. Exhale your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Inhale, open heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Feel free to heel toe your left foot to the left if you need more space. Try and connect your left shoulder to your inner left knee. Pull your outer left hip back. Reach your head to the floor and stretch your arms overhead. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Use your back leg a little more. Take 1 more breath in. And out. Inhale, warrior 1. Rise up, arms lift. Exhale, warrior 2. Adjust your stance wide. Inhale, star pose. Turn your right toes out to match your left. Reach your fingers high. Zip up through your inner thighs. Take a breath in. Exhale, horse pose, hands to prayer. Bend your knees open wide. And then again, hands to your inner thighs. Take what you need, maybe sway, maybe twist. And bring your hands back to your heart. Stay low in that horse pose. Lift your chest and pulse. Knees widen every time you dip lower in the hips. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Toes in, heels out. Take any variation here. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Let a breath in. Let a breath out. Release your hands. Crawl your hands to the right. Low lunge to the back of the mat with both arms inside your right leg. Working from the ground up to find extended side angle. Press your right arm into your right knee and your leg back into your arm. Spin the outer edge of your back foot into the floor. Keep that arm and leg connection on your front half. As you press your arm and leg together, spin your right ribs to the ceiling and reach your left arm to the sky. Take whatever variation you'd like on this side, half bind, full bind, or stay right there with your left arm reaching high. Can you energetically lengthen your right sit bone back towards your left heel and then keep spinning your right ribs and left shoulder open. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take another breath in. Stay in it as you exhale. If you're bound, extend your arms wide. Press into your feet. Inhale, reverse triangle. Stretch your right leg straight. Reach your right arm up and over towards the front of your space. Keep moving in that direction. Runner's lunge. So low lunge with both arms inside your left foot. Lower your right knee to the floor. Bend your elbows. Feel free to close your eyes. Finding a balance between effort and ease. We're here for a few more breaths. If you'd like to move into that quad stretch, go ahead. Coming to your hands, reaching back with your left hand for the pinky toe side of your right foot. Wherever you are, one more breath in. Exhale, low lunge, take your time. Frame your left foot, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, step to plank. Finding strength, even out through your hips. Get longer through your entire body. Lift your front body up into your back body. Maintain all of that, lower to your forearms. Good. Press the floor away with your forearms. Tuck your tailbone to your heels. Roll your front hip bones towards each other. Lift your belly in and up. Breathe here for 10. Child's pose in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the floor. Press back. How quickly can you surrender and release in this child's pose? Walk your hands towards your knees. Sit off to one side, swing your legs around to the front of the room. We're going to come into Gomukhasana, cow's face pose. We'll start with our left leg on the bottom, so you'll bend your left knee deeply, and then swing your right leg over to stack your right knee on top. For me, it's helpful if I come onto my hands and knees and get a little better crossing of my legs. Once you have that crossing, right leg over left, even out your sit bones, even if you need to sit on a pillow or a blanket, and then even out your feet horizontally. This might be where you stay sitting up tall. This is a deep hip stretch. Or maybe you start to fold forward. Can you use your breath to send a little tenderness to those areas that are resisting? Make your way back up to sit. And we'll just switch. Keep it simple. Right leg on the bottom, left leg on top. If it's helpful for you to come forward, go for it. Even out your sit bones. Even out your feet. Sit up tall. This might be where you stay. Maybe you fold forward. Start to make your way back up to sit. Extend your legs out in front of you. You might give them a little shake, release the compression from your knees. Flex your feet, sit up tall, take a breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Yogi's choice today. Options to close your practice. Maybe stay here in this juicy forward fold, turning your gaze inward. If If you'd like to roll onto your back and take bridge or full wheel, that's an option. Or maybe move through plow into shoulder stand. Take your time, listen to your body. Staying in that forward fold, bridge or full wheel, plow or shoulder stand, or even legs up the wall, just extending your legs to the ceiling to get a little reversal of blood flow. We'll spend about 5 breaths in these poses. Wherever you are, take your time, coming out of your posture, rolling onto your back, and finding happy baby. No rush. Smooth out your transition. And we'll all meet up in happy baby. Knees bent, grabbing the inner or outer edges of your feet, your choice. Pulling your feet to the floor, at the same time pressing your feet into your hands. Reach your low back to the floor. Stay still or sway. Maybe extend one or both legs. And draw your knees towards your chest. Bring both hands to your right knee. Stretch your left leg long. Take a breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Let your knee fall left. Look right. Come back through center. Switch it up. Hug your left knee in. Stretch your right leg long. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. Take your knee right. Look left. And coming back to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest one last time. Wrap your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead to your knees. Stay in that tight little ball. Flex your feet. Reach your hands for the outer edges of your feet. Squeeze your knees towards your eye sockets. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Set yourself up. I will guide you out of this pose. So feel free to release. Let go of all responsibility. Let go of all effort. Full surrender. Start to deepen your breath. Add a sway to your pelvis, a trickle sway up into your head, through your spine. And some wiggles to your fingers, to your toes. Maybe open your mouth, stick out your tongue. And draw your knees in towards your chest. Roll to your right side. Take a moment there. Allow your body to absorb the feeling of Shavasana. Digesting, processing everything you learned in your practice. Make your way up to a comfortable seated position. As you do so, close your eyes, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart, recalling the idea of BRAHMACHARYA, moderation, finding balance. If one oversteps the bounds of moderation, the greatest pleasures cease to please. Epictetus. The divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste.